What's up guys, welcome to episode 1 of the Spigot development tutorial. In this episode I'm going to show you how to make your first plugin. Alright, let's get started here. So first, you're going to see probably a screen like this. If you haven't, then you can just find it in your settings, but we want to go to the plugins marketplace here, and we want to install a plugin that will allow us to create a template for Minecraft plugins, so that every time we create a new project or a new plugin, it'll already be set up with all the boilerplate code. It'll make our process a lot easier for us, okay? So if you go to Marketplace, you can find the Marketplace here, or I'll show you in a second where you can find it if you don't see this screen already. And you can just search for Minecraft. And you'll see this Minecraft development plugin here, so 454,000 downloads. And so just make sure you install this and then restart the IDE, and then you'll have it. And that's all you need. That's all you have to install, okay? So after you install that, go ahead and create a new project. So click New Project. And you have all these options here. Java is the default option, but since you just installed the Minecraft plugin, you can go down here to Minecraft now, and you have all these options here for boilerplate templates and any of these libraries you can use. So Bucket, Spigot, Paper, Sponge, Forge, Fabric, Light Loader, etc. So we're going to work on Spigot. If you don't know, you should know this maybe, but Spigot is a fork of Bucket. So it's basically Bucket with better features, and it's more optimized and all that stuff. And then a newer version or a newer edition is Paper, which is a fork of Spigot. But Paper doesn't add too much in terms of the development process. It's just more of like a performance type of thing from what I've seen. So we're just going to focus on Spigot, although they really are the same thing at the end of the day. They just offer more stuff. So, and then these other ones are just random stuff like forges for mods and stuff like that. So anyway, the project SDK doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you have at least Java 8. Java 8 or anything above that will be fine. You can download the latest one here by clicking download JDK and then select it. And so yeah, I have Java 16. Okay, so click next. And here is where you can choose how you want to build it and how you want to manage all the dependencies. So you can use Maven or Gradle. I recommend Maven. I'm going to be using Maven in this whole series, so I recommend using it too. But if you're more familiar with Gradle, then that's fine too. You don't really need to be experts in either one of these. It's just simply a dependency manager that helps you compile your plugins, package them, and then also include dependencies in your project. So I'll be using Maven, and so what it's asking for is a group ID, which is simply the package of the plugin that you want to create, so like the base package and all that. So we're going to do me.codysimpson. So the way that you come up with this is simply just you can do me.whatever your name is. You can do if you own a domain, you could do, let's say I own youtube.com, you could do com.youtube. Obviously I don't own that, so you don't want to do that, but it doesn't really matter too much. It's just a unique identifier for your plugin that you're making. But yeah, and then the most important part here is the artifact ID, which is just the name of the jar file or the plugin itself, so the project itself. And we're going to call this my first plugin. Alright, and so the version, you can have it as whatever you want. You can have it as 1.0, you can have it as 0, you can have it as 1.0-snapshot, but I'm going to just leave it how it is. So click next, and it fills in some of this. And as you can see, the main class name is going to be me.codysimpson.myfirstplugin.myfirstplugin, and then the plugin name is myfirstplugin because that was the artifact name that we just gave it. And then the Minecraft version right here, you can choose. Latest one is 1.16.5, so we have it selected already. Sometimes when new versions come out, by the way, it may take a second to update for the plugin to update, so it might not be here immediately, but it shouldn't matter too much. But yeah, it goes down to 1.12. If you want to use anything less than 1.12, then you would have to import the jar manually using a different process. But you can do that still using Maven. If you need any help with that, hop into our Discord community and we can help you, or I'll make a video on it. Anyway, so we're going to use the latest version of Minecraft, and here are some of the more important details. You can set a description for your plugin, so you can say my first plugin ever. And then the authors, you can do that. So Illuminati is my gaming name. And the website, you can do whatever website if you have one. I'm going to do youtube.com/c/codysimpson. Log prefix, we don't have to worry about that. And then, we don't have to worry about any of these other options. We can set these also, by the way, after the project is made. This is just as like a template type of thing. It'll do this for us, but we can edit it later if we need to. So click next. And again, we're just going to set the project name. So we're going to call this my first plugin. Actually, let me copy that. Let's change the directory of this to Minecraft. Or actually, we'll do, yeah, that's fine. Tutorials is fine. So we'll do / my first plugin. So this will create a new project in the my first plugin folder inside the tutorials folder. And then just make sure you have the project name successfully set. And that's all you need. So again, just to recap, we use the Minecraft plugin to create a new project. We select the type of library that we want to use. In this case, it was Spigot. Then we set some other information like the artifact name, which is just our project name, and then the package name, or the group ID, which is just the package name. And then we set some other information for the plugin, like the version, the description, and all that stuff. So don't worry about this if you're a little overwhelmed already, but you'll get the hang of it. Don't worry. We're going to do this plenty of times, so you'll just be a master of it by the time you watch more videos in this series. Anyway, click finish, click create, and that will create a new project for us, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so this is what you should see, probably something like this whenever you first make a new plugin. Oh, by the way, one thing I need to show you is that if you didn't see the screen that I was originally on when I first started the video, you might see something like this already if you already have a project. So you can go to File, Settings, and then you go to Plugins, and this is where you can find the marketplace and install the Minecraft development plugin. So there you go. First things first, let's go ahead and resize this just to make it look better, and let's open up our files here to see what we got. So in the Java me.codysimpson.myfirstplugin package, we have a myfirstplugin.java class, and this will be the main class of our plugin. So the primary methods, let me move this to the side real quick. The two most important methods of a Java plugin, or a Minecraft plugin, is going to be the onEnable and the onDisable methods. And these are as simple as they sound. They're literally just methods that are called when the plugin starts and when the plugin stops. So let's do this. So when the plugin that we're creating starts for the first time, we're just going to output a message, sout, system.out.println, my first plugin has started. Hello. And then when it shuts down, we'll add some other message, sout, my first plugin has stopped. Bye. Great. So very, very simple. This is all we're going to do this episode. I'm just going to show you how to create the plugin, how to compile the plugin, and how to put the plugin in your server. And then we'll see what happens when the plugin starts up and shuts down, if it'll actually print out the message, okay? Alright, so as for this, we have also a resources folder here, and this has what's called the plugin.yml, and this is simply a configuration file for the details of your plugin. So you have the name of the plugin, the version of the plugin, which is actually grabbed from the pom.xml. We'll explain this in a second. And we have the main, we have to provide the main class of the plugin. So me.codysimpson.myfirstplugin.myfirstplugin. So it's the path of all the packages and then the actual class name itself. And then the API version, we chose 1.16.5 as the plugin, so 1.16 is the API version. And then the authors is Illuminati. You can add as many authors as you want, by the way. We can say Cody Simpson, etc. And then the description is something we also set, so my first plugin ever. You can change that if you want to, and then the website. And along the way, you're going to learn how to add more information like commands and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. So again, the plugin.yml is just simply a configuration file for the details of your plugin so that it knows how to compile it and build it and package it and all that information. Okay, as for the pom.xml, this is simply a configuration file for Maven. Maven, again, is just a dependency manager for Java projects. It allows you to, it does a bunch of things. One of the main things is dependency management, so it brings in dependencies into your project so you don't have to bring in the jar, download the jar yourself, bring it in and all that information. And then besides that, it also packages it, compiles and packages it for you into a jar file, which is very important here in this case because, yeah, we don't have to do it ourselves. It'll do it all for us, essentially. All we have to do is click the run button here, which we'll do in a second. Alright, so that looks to be it for the basics of the layout for our first plugin here. So just get familiar with this. Again, this is just a method that is called whenever the plugin starts up, and this is a method that is called whenever the plugin stops. And every single Minecraft Spigot plugin needs one of these, needs these methods here. Actually, you don't need to have them, but these are the most essential things that a plugin should have, and you'll put stuff in them as we get started here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't even need them, but I'm just saying every plugin will have them usually. At least the onEnable. You don't usually need the onDisable, I mean, sometimes you do, obviously, for different things, but it's not as important as the onEnable method, okay? Anyway, other thing is that the main class itself, it's not called main, obviously, there's no main method, but it does extend the Java plugin superclass here. So class Java plugin, and that's defined by the bucket API, which is a part now of the Spigot library. Anyway, so that's a lot of information for you guys. Don't worry about that if you're a little overwhelmed or confused. By the way, you should know Java if you're getting into this. Like I said before in the intro video, if you don't know Java, then check out my Java series. There'll be a link for that at the top right. Okay, so now let's do the fun part of this, which is going to be to compile the plugin and package it to a jar file and then test it out on our test server. So all we have to do here is click the run button. If you see right up here, click run my first plugin build, and this will package it and everything for you. So just let it do its thing. If there's any problems with your plugin, it'll tell you what the problem is so you can find it and fix it. But it says build success, and it built it in 6.183 seconds, which is great. So now we can find it by going to our target folder, which was generated, and we can see that we have a my first plugin -1.0 snapshot.jar, which is just our version of the plugin. And you can change the version here, by the way, inside the pom.xml. Where is it? It's right here. Okay, as for this though, on the side, Maven, you don't really ever need to touch this, but if you open this up here, if you're familiar with Maven, this is just another way to use this up here. You can, call any of these. You can call package. If you really want to tell it to package your thing into a jar file, you can do that manually here, but it's already set up so that you can just click this and it'll just run the build script for you from the pom that's defined in the pom.xml. So the point is that you don't really have to worry about any of those extra details like how to use Maven and all that stuff. It's already set up for you. So this is why the Minecraft plugin inside IntelliJ is so important. It just does most of the work for you, okay? Anyway, I'm talking a lot because this is our first episode here. I tend to do that. So let's go to target, right click this, and then go to open in Explorer. And this is how you can see the file that you just created. So go to target, and this is our plugin file here. Okay, so now let's put this on our test server. I have it here. All I'm going to do is move it into my plugins folder. So copy, Control-C, paste, Control-V, and then now let's go back and run the server, and we'll see what happens. So pay attention closely to the server logs. We're trying to find the message that we told it to say when the plugin starts up. Okay. I have some other plugins in here, so just ignore all the extra stuff. Don't worry about that. Let's see if we can find it. First, let's see if the plugin actually loaded. So we'll do /pl, and it says citizens essential is essential spawn, JSON file storage tutorial, my first plugin, protocol lib. There we go. So it says my first plugin in green. So that's how you know that your plugin actually was able to be loaded by the server, and it worked. So now we just need to find the message that we told it to output. There we go. Look right there. It says my first plugin has started. Hello. Isn't that awesome? So now let's do /stop. And it should say the other message. There we go. My first plugin has stopped. Bye. Great. So there you go, guys. That's how you make a Minecraft plugin using the Minecraft plugin on IntelliJ, using the Spigot library. This is the most basic thing that you're going to do, but from now on, we're going to get more and more advanced over time to do some awesome stuff. Okay, so that's it. If you have any questions or need help, then hop on our Discord server. There will be a link for that in the description below. And as well as that, I'll also leave a link for the code for this episode in the description below, so you can come back to it and see what I did and look at the project in more detail on GitHub or GitLab or anything like that. So if you want to bookmark that, come back to it later on. I'll do that every single episode where I do code, and you can view the code. And what else? So also one more thing you can do is if you want to support this channel, you can click the join button below this video, and you can join this channel as a member for as low as 99 cents a month, and you can cancel at any time. You get cool perks like early access to all of my new videos. You get a cool rank on my Discord server so you can show everyone how swaggy you are. And also you get to see your name on the screen like you see right now. So thanks to all of you who have already become a member. If you want to become a member, if that sounds cool to you, then feel free to join. That'll support me. If not, then that's okay. I still appreciate you watching my video anyway. Alright guys, so that's it. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And peace.